Hello, my name's Graham Roberts and I work in the Health and Safety Department, and I'd like to share with you perhaps a few simple measures that each one of us can take in order that we remain safe, healthy and warm this winter. Now, it's no big surprise, the winter comes each and every year, but I'm not sure that we're always geared up and tooled up to cope with the demands of a harsh winter. And just think back to last year. Winter seemed to start in November and then it went on well into March. It just seemed to go on and on and on. And it's times like this, when we've got poor conditions outside, when the pavements and footpaths are covered in ice and snow, that we get an increased number of people attending our A&E departments with injuries directly associated with slipping and falling in the ice and snow. So if you do have to venture out when the footpaths are covered in ice and snow, look, just take more care. Always wear sturdy footwear that will offer you a good grip. If you're travelling on foot, or indeed if you're having to drive, allow yourself extra time so that you don't find yourself having to make that last minute dash. And keep an eye on what's underfoot. Some places will remain icy for longer than others. Remember, as well as people slipping over and falling over in public places, we also slip and fall in our own property. So look after your own footpaths and driveways and make sure that your property is clear of ice and snow. And when you're clearing away the ice, don't just make conditions worse by pouring boiling water onto the footpath and creating that sheer icy surface. Make a good job of it and try to keep on top of it. Look, it's almost inevitable we will experience very cold spells this winter, and with energy bills rising, do you feel nervous about turning your thermostat up or perhaps just switching your heating on? Look, cold homes can have an impact on people's health, and one of the best ways of keeping yourself well during the winter months is by staying warm. And I think there are a few simple things that you can do to keep warm, to stay healthy and to make the best use of the heating that you've got within your home. Try to heat your main living room to between 18 and 21 degrees centigrade and the rest of the house perhaps to at least 16 degrees centigrade. If for whatever reason you're unable to heat the whole of your property, perhaps keep your living room warm during the day, and if you need to, just quickly heat your bedroom up before going to bed. With regard to clothing, it's always said that you're better off wearing thinner layers rather than one thick layer. This will trap the warmer close to your body. Your body keeps warm by burning the food that you've eaten, so make sure that you have regular hot meals that contain plenty of carbohydrates, such as potatoes, pasta, rice and bread, and perhaps try porridge for your breakfast with hot milk, and soups and stews for lunch and for your evening meal. Stay active. We know it's good to keep active and it's good for your health, and walking can be really beneficial. If the weather prevents you from getting outside, perhaps catch up with those jobs that you've been promising yourself to do for a long period of time. If you've got gas central heating, make sure that it's being regularly serviced. Check your smoke detector, make sure that that's working, and if you haven't got one, perhaps get a carbon monoxide detector. The other thing is that electric blanket that you've had stored away for the last 6 months. When you do get it out, obviously check that it's working, but check that it's in a good, safe condition. If you can't do that yourself, get someone else to do it. And if you've got any nagging doubts on the safety of it, look, get rid of it and buy yourself a new one. If you live on your own, it's good to talk. Keep in touch. If you have been stuck in the house for a number of days, lift up the phone and talk to a family member or a friend. And indeed, if you're worried about a relative or elderly neighbour, make sure that things are okay. Perhaps pop round, make them a cup of tea, take them a bowl of hot soup. If they're unable to get to the shops, perhaps go and do the shopping for them. Look, winter can be a wonderful season, and think back to when you were a child. It's the season that you'll always remember, but it can present challenges for us on the roads, in the streets, and in our homes. I think the message is be prepared and just take a few simple steps and precautions and stay safe, healthy and warm this winter.